know confidently that you're gonna be all right. You know,
we gonna be all right.
Shout out to Kendrick.
We gonna be all right. Yeah, no, 100%.
Right. So it's like it seems like what I'm hearing you say now is like you're getting to that point where you can go with material, but you're also like,
but I can do freeform jazz.
You could do jazz.
I could do freeform jazz.
let's
When
see
you
what
said
happens.
jazz, my brain immediately figured out what you were saying. Like, that's exactly what that is, bro.
Yeah.
And like, some people don't like jazz though, but you know what's?
They just don't understand jazz.
But it's like, and this is gonna sound amateurish when I say it to the lame nigga, but I don't think I've ever had. We'll get into it in a second. Let me finish promoting shows. So we got Chop Cheese Comedy on the 23rd. The 28th, Scarborough is a joke. You can't buy tickets to that because that bitch is sold out, niggas. So Scarborough, we coming, and I'm very excited for that show. And the 31st, I got the Nubian show downtown Toronto, Yuck Yucks. Grab your tickets, yuckyucks.com for that shit. Show promo's done. The people that actually fucks with you, they just hit the like button or they just keep coming back. That's how I use YouTube, so I had to actually think about that. I'm like, wait a second. I fucks with a lot of this shit, but I never leave a comment. I very rarely hit the like button. So this is why I don't beg. Like, I just say do it if you fucks with it. But at the same time, let's do comedy recap. I had a really fun show. I had a few shows, but I'll just recap the Corner Comedy Club. I was at the Corner just yesterday, actually. Because we're recording this a little earlier. I like the Saturday records, bro.
Yeah?
I like them. It gives flexibility. I have more time to edit on the Sundays, which, like, especially if we're starting to clip out more shit and all that stuff, it just makes everything so much easier.
Sure.
But yeah, once again, since I'm working towards Chop Cheese Comedy, I failed, though. I did a bunch of new shit, and I got a bunch of beautiful fucking new jokes. But I didn't really do any religious stuff. Like, I'm like, fuck, bro. Because I'm trying to do as much as I can before Chop Cheese.
20 times.
Now, Poop Juice was good, though. I did say something else, though, that was just as funny and absurd as Poop Juice. And there was a bunch of niggas in the crowd, so you know me, yo. I started being like, yo, shut niggas. And then the white people started to feel the type of way, so I had to bring them back. It's like, wait, don't forget about us. I did my whole fucking rap is dying country shit. Like, bro, I'm having so much fun up there, bro. Yeah. Like, I literally, and then G, London comedian who just moved out to Toronto. Salutes to this nigga for making the move. Funny motherfucker, bro. Been in the game forever. Well, for a while. But really making strides and been producing some shit, been making waves in London, and like London is London, Ontario. We're talking about London, Ontario, not London, England. So like as dead as the city where I started, Hamilton is, London's even fucking like salutes to that. And that's where I grew up. I like when I moved to Canada, I started out in London. That's like a racist, just flat, nothing, you know. Not everybody there is racist. Now I sound like shut up. But yeah, I ran into this nigga. It was fun to see him. It was three black comics on. It was just fun, bro. Like 3 black comics at the corner, and Kirby, Darius, me, and G. And afterwards, bro, like the amount of audience members that like dapped me, it was so funny. He's like, bro, yo, that was so, bro, like what the fuck. Yesterday specifically at the corner, this is why I wanted to talk about this one, bro. I'm in like this lucid state. And I've been talking about recently on the podcast is like I'm done not believing and trusting in my own experiences anymore. So something happened before I went up on stage where I wasn't feeling off, but I wasn't feeling the same, like the normal energy and wavelength that I'm on before I go up on stage. I wasn't feeling off though. And now I'm just like fully aware of the shit like this. I'm like, if something's different but not bad, let me just go with it. And whatever going with it meant at that moment was to be less prepared than I normally am. Normally, I'll have like a few jokes that I know I want to tell and then let the rest figure itself out. But I went even more chaotic. I'm like 2 jokes and let me just like not even think about anything and just be in the moment. And then getting on stage, like G was one of the ones that mentioned it. And then a couple people from the audience is like, nah, bro, like just watching you tonight, you could tell like you were just like in a fucking weird groove, like in a groove. And then I was explaining, I'm like, yeah, I actually just deliberately went up. I was like, yo, I don't know, bro. I'm trusting myself more.
Yep.
which I hope I would 13 years in. I should be trusting myself more on that stage. I think I've developed enough of an understanding. Like, what happened to me with that weird energy shift, the lesser version of me comedically, like a few years ago, maybe even just a couple years ago, I would have taken that as been like, oh, let me maybe be more prepared. Let me pull out a whole set list and be like, okay, I'll just do this just in case my energy's off or something. I don't even know. But now I just trust myself to know that, yo, that's that. I'm this. Like, let's just, when I get up there, let's just fucking, if this is the room, then I'm this. Like, if this is the room and I'm this, when I get up on stage, we're gonna figure out a way to just get in sync.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm very grateful, bro, because I think as a comedian, and then for it to actually get laughs consistently, loud laughs, and then for the audience to be dapping me up, I think that is more what I'm proud of, is the fact that I can fully be myself, unhinged, but also like unplanned. And that be just as good an experience for an audience as when I go up and everything's just fully plotted out.
Yeah, like I've been reading this book on and off, and I think I might go back to it.
Yeah.
But one of the things,
What's it called?
it's called free play.
Okay.
But like getting to that state is like one of the ultimate goals. Like, to where you can go up. It's like jazz almost. Like, you go up with an unplanned song, and you're just playing to the room, you know, and then you're having fun, and then you're like, you know what, fuck, I'm gonna do this, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then but all of that's unplanned. But because you have the reps in, you know confidently that you're gonna be all right, you know.
We gonna be all right.
Shout out to Ken.
We gonna be all right. Yeah, no, 100%.
Right. So it's like, it seems like what I'm hearing you say now is like you're getting to that point where you can go up with material, but you're also like,
but I can do freeform jazz.
You could do fucking jazz.
I could do freeform jazz.
let's
When
see
you
what
said
happens.
jazz, my brain immediately figured out what you were saying. Like, that's exactly what that is, bro.
Yeah.
And like, some people don't like jazz though, but you know what's,
They just don't understand jazz.
but it's like, and this is gonna sound amateurish when I say it to the lame nigga, but I don't think I've ever had the same set twice.
You can't.
No, you can't, bro. I know comics who go off the paper, bro.
Okay.
Who literally word for word. I don't even know how their brain works like that, but that's how their brain works. For me, I know my jokes and I know the beats, but like, I have always, and before I was even good, for whatever reason, I've talked about it on the podcast before, but like, one of the first focuses I had comedically on stage was transitions. How to move from one joke to another without people realizing what the fuck I was doing. And then I would challenge myself. I would take my opener and make it my closer. I would take my closer and make it my opener, put them in the middle, put them all around. And then like, my sets are now Lego pieces. That's why I think I'm able to just go up and do freeform jazz, because from day one, I was always fascinated before I even got in. I'm like, yo, my favorite comics just look like they're doing nothing. And then eventually I realized, like, and I've talked about it on the podcast before, but I'll say it briefly here. It's like Louis C.K., the Beacon Theater. This is one of the first times where I think I really, like, I noticed it. He has this moment where he's saying his joke, and then all of a sudden he just like goes off script, and it seems like just an off the cuff moment. But when I did it for the first time myself, I'm like, wait, I just did a quote unquote off the cuff moment, but I plotted it. It's like nothing on that stage. It's all vaudeville, bro. It's all a show. And the best of the best, literally, it's an experience that you don't even realize. It's like, that's why you can have an hour and a half special with some people, and it feels like it was fucking just an hour. Because it just flows so perfect. It's finding that fucking...
Yeah, that wavelength.
But that only works if you figure out you and the room.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You're fitting into the room.
Correct.
And then your energy
playing to the room.
Yeah,
but you're doing you.
Yeah.
But with, because the room is also like part of the show.
Yeah, of course. You're going back and forth.
Because exactly, it's like
jazz,
it's jazz, and instead of like this or claps, it's laughter.
Exactly.
That's the feedback. That's the feedback loop for me. Yeah, bro. I just love this shit. So make sure you check out Chopped Cheese Comedy. If you're in the Toronto area, tickets have started to move. The link will be down below. The preview was at the beginning. You already know what the show's about, but hopefully we start running it monthly, bro. I'm very excited about what the concept and potential of this show is. People seem to be also, And so yeah, look out for that shit. Is this on or did it turn off?
I can't tell.
Yeah, I can't tell either. No,
Oh, it's on.
It's on.
You need better batteries or better lights.
Nah, fuck it, nigga. Who cares? It's an applause sign. But that was a comedy recap. This is Black Zeus, the podcast season 5. I love y'all. Thank you for supporting. Once again, the Patreon is launched. If you do want to watch my comedy special right now, you can do so. It's only $10 and you can get it as part of the subscription fee. So like if you subscribe to the Patreon, you can get it that way, or you can just buy it outright for $10 that way. Once again, for transparency, I will release the comedy special for free on the YouTube once we hit 1,000 subscribers. So you can also just hit the subscriber button and just do that. You can support that way, whichever way you want to support. I'm on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, all that. I don't necessarily use it the way everybody else does, but I'm there if you want to find me. AKA Black Zeus is the person to find on those platforms.